Very good morning to all my BC final year students. Let us commence with the subject of COS, that is Computer Oriented Accounting System. In the previous class of the previous video, we studied about the journal entry. Now, in a journal entry, before writing a journal entry, we need to identify a transaction. And to identify a transaction, first we need to understand what is the transaction meant for. What is the transaction meant for? Meaning is that what is the transaction trying to say and how it reflects in a business. We need to think that we as a particular human being, we are the business. We are the business. We are not the owner of the business, but we are the business. So according to that, will it be a profitable to my business? Will it be a loss to my business? So accordingly, I need to first generalize a transaction. I need to find out what are the elements involved in the transactions. Elements involved in the transactions, example is that every transactions have twofold effect. One is the giver, one is the taker, one is the debit one is the credit one. So we need to find out the two main elements, and secondly, we need to find out the two elements belonging to which account of accounting. Which account means basically, according to the golden rules of accounting, in the traditional methods, accounts are divided into three categories. The first one is personal account, the second one is nominal account, the third one is real account or real, personal or nominal account. So after identifying the two elements, that is one is the giver, one is the taker, we need to find out what are the those two elements belongs to which account, and those two elements belonging to whichever account, we need to follow the three golden rules of accounting. That is real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. And nominal account, debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. So this is a traditional method we are following to do any journal entry. Now, we did a random 10 transactions in the last video or the last Google Meet class I discussed with you guys. Now, today we will perform a particular head or a particular subheading to understand better or to understand wisely why this transaction takes place and why we have to write certain journal entries for certain transactions. Example, in this video, particular video, we will study about particular subheadings like capital and drawings, like purchase and sales, like purchase return and sales return, or else we can say like bad debts, like bad debts recovered, like loan account. So these are the particular subheadings we will study. So we'll have a clear picture or a clear view that if any at all in your examination a journal entry arises, you know the exact reason what is to be debited and what is to be credited in your journal entry and why it is done. So we are studying individual subheadings or individual topics to make you understand better knowledge and better understanding about the subject of accounting or the subject of journal entry. So let us begin with your video. So, analysis of important transactions. What is the analysis of important transactions? So, as I told you, we will learn a particular subheadings in our video today. So, we are learning about the capital and drawings. So, these capital and drawings are the two accounts of the proprietor. Capital is the account of the proprietor as well as drawings. Capital and drawings both belong to the account of the proprietor. Suppose I am the owner of the business. These two accounts, that is capital and drawings, belong to my account. That is if it is a debit also it belongs to me. If it is a credit also it belongs to me. If there is an asset regarding these transactions, that belongs to me. If it is a liability, it belongs to me. These two categories belongs to the proprietor or the owner of the business. Proprietor or the owner of the business. So let us understand particularly in journal entry how capital and drawings are how we deal with the particular transactions which are related to the capital account and drawings account. The firstly, when the proprietor owner introduces cash into the business is called as capital, which is always credited. This is the rule of accounting that capital is always credited. And whenever the cash is introduced inside the business, it is called as capital, because without any capital or without any financial capital, no business can run. Every business needs funding to run for a while. Means if we don't have cash, we cannot purchase goods, and when we cannot sell goods. If we don't have money for the purchase of goods, then how can we make a business transaction? By selling goods. So for that purchase of goods only, we need capital, we need cash, or we need capital. And those introduction of cash is called as capital. Introduction of cash into the business during the beginning of the business or in the middle of the business. It doesn't matter, it should be only in the beginning of the business. It can also be in the middle of the business, or whenever required by a proprietor. Suppose I'm running a business, I need a capital in the middle of the 3 years of my business. I will introduce an additional capital to my business. Why? Because I need capital either to expand my business, either to make greater sales, either to buy up plant and machinery, either to add furniture to my business. So these are the requirements when a proprietor needs additional capital to fulfill the demands of the business. So moving forward, which is a liability to the business towards the owner or the businessman. Okay, capital is a liability to the business. Liability means it is being a credit amount which is owned to the owner of the business. Because I am the owner of the business, I have given my money to the business. So the business owes me. So it is one kind of liability to the business, and it is liability towards the owner and the businessman. Okay. So liability means it has to be given after some amount of time. The interest of capital, we say it has to be given after a particular time of frame of time. Now, why it is a liability? Because business doesn't have its own money. Business is an artificial person. Suppose XYZ business house, or we can say Hindustan Unilever Limited. So what is Hindustan Unilever Limited? It is an artificial person. It is an artificial business. It is not a real business. So where does it get its money? It gets from the owner of the business, right? From the proprietor. So it is a liability. It has to pay back to the owner as interest. That is a separate part. We'll keep the interest on capital as a separate part, but the capital is naturally a liability to the business. Okay. So it is a personal account. Obviously, capital is a personal account because it is introduced by a person, firstly. And secondly, it is a liability to the business which is owned or which is towards the owner of the business. So it belongs to the personal account. So this is all about the capital. So capital can be either be introduced in the beginning of the business or whenever required in the business by the owner or the proprietor of the business. If it is a sole trading business. Now we need to know, there is a sole trading business means I am the single owner of the business, and there is a partnership business where I have 2-3 partners. We combine together and perform a business. In partnership business, every partner can contribute, but in a sole trader business, only I can contribute the capital of the business or the cash into the business. Coming to the second part, that is the drawings part. So let us study what is the drawings part. On the other hand, when cash or any item of the business is withdrawn by the proprietor for personal use is called as drawings. So whenever there is cash or any other item in the sense, suppose I have a vehicle in my business, which I run for particularly business purpose, like a van or a bus or a scooty or a cycle. And if I use it for personal use, so that belongs to the drawings part. And we can say there is furniture. Suppose there is extra chairs in my office. I take it to home, but it belongs to my business. I take it to home. So it is called as drawings. Any cash or any items which belongs to the business are withdrawn, means taken away by the owner or the proprietor of the business. I am the owner and the proprietor of business. I take away the things from the business. It is counted as drawings, which is always debited. Here we see two things, that capital is always credited, and second thing is drawings is always debited. This account is maintained for the current year only to keep a track with the withdrawals by the owner. Okay. So this drawings account is particularly maintained on a year. Means if I'm performing the journal entries, or I'm doing the final accounts for 2019 and 20, so I will put the drawings which belongs to 2019 and 20 only, and I will subtract the drawings from the capital. It is transferred to the capital account. Drawings is always transferred to the capital account, because capital is again a liability to the business, and it is brought by the owner of the business. So drawings also need to be subtracted from the capital in the final accounts. We'll leave the final accounts parts to some other day. Just understand that whenever the final accounts is done, drawings part is carried away or transferred to the capital account. The next is life insurance premium and income tax are related to the personal expenses in case of sole proprietorship and partnership business. So it is also called as drawings. Okay. Life insurance premium. What is life insurance? Means you make up insurance premium for yourself. If you die, you have a nominee, you pay certain amount to a company like LIC. We have life insurance, we have Axis Bank life insurance. Example, there are many life insurance, or obviously you came one or two across. So you pay particular point sum of money like 1,000 rupees a month, or 10,000 a month, or 1 lakh a month. So after a certain tenure of time, you get back the money back with a particular interest, or else if you die, you will, the nominee, means nominee like a person dies, means his wife, children will get the money of life insurance premium. And second is income tax. Income tax is mandatory. Whenever you do a business, it is mandatory that you pay a certain amount of your income to the to the government. So income tax is nothing but it is a certain amount of deduction which is made out of the total income, and which is kept for to the payment of the government, or which is paid to the government. So this is about the life insurance premium and income tax, and it are related to sole proprietorship. I told you, means I am the only owner of the business, and partnership business means I have multiple partners, means 1 2 3 XYZ or ABCD. There are 4 partners ABCD. So their 4 partners are also if they, in case of life insurance premium and income tax, if any of the partner pays life insurance premium and income tax, it is taken as joint. Also in case of sole proprietorship, so it is also belongs to the subcategory of joints. Now let us go into the journal entry part. The journal entry: January 1, Sabiha started business with cash rupees 3 lakhs. So obviously when there is a business cash introduced into the business, it is called as the capital of the business, and cash is a real account. The rule for the real account is debit what constants. I have written DR means debit and CR means credit. I have written the short forms. Okay. So capital is given into the business, but introduction by a partner, so it is belongs to a personal account. And personal account, we have the rule debit the receiver and credit the giver. So the entry will be cash account is debited to capital account. Again, we read in the starting on the beginning of the paragraph that capital is always credited. Capital is always credited. So we see the example over here, right over here, that in the transaction that cash account is debited 3 lakh rupees to capital account, as the capital is always credited and capital belongs to the personal account. The rule for the personal account is debit the receiver and credit the giver. And cash is introduced, so cash is a real account, cash is a current asset, and all current assets belongs to tangible real account. The rule for the real account is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So narration will be being capital introduced into the business. So this is the first transaction. Let us go to the second transaction, that is cash withdrawn by Sabiha for personal use rupees 40,000. Now, cash is a real account. As we know, cash is a current asset which belongs to tangible real account, and cash is a real account. The rule already we know that debit what comes in and credit what goes out. I have written the shortcut of debit, that is DR, and shortcut of credit, that is CR. Now, cash is withdrawn by a person, so it belongs to personal account. Okay. Cash is withdrawn by a person. Person means the proprietor or owner, that is Sabiha. So it belongs, a person is withdrawing money, so it belongs to personal account. So the rule for the personal account is debit the receiver and credit the giver. And secondly, we have studied in the previous first paragraph that drawings is always debited. Drawings is always debited. So drawings about debited. Why the drawings is debited? Because debit the receiver. Receiver means drawings has been done. Means drawings is a personal account which belongs to the owner of the business. Means Sabiha. So drawings account debited rupees 40,000 to cash account. What goes out? If drawings is made, it is made in the form of cash. So what is going outside the business? That is, cash is going outside the business. Drawings means it is taken away. Means personal account debit the receiver. Who is receiving the money? In the form of drawings. That is Sabiha, the owner or the proprietor of the business. So debit the receiver, as the rules say, debit the receiver. So drawings account is to be debited 40,000 to cash account. Real account, what goes out? Cash is going outside the business. So drawings account debited rupees 40,000 to cash account rupees 40,000. The narration being cash withdrawn for personal use. Moving to the third entry, additional capital introduced into the business rupees 50,000. As I told you, when and where required, there can be additional capital introduced into the business by the owner or the proprietor of the business. So when there is additional capital introduced, there is no changes as the beginning where there is capital introduced in the beginning. So additional capital will also have the same entry as the introduction of capital into the business. Cash being real account and capital being personal account. So cash account debited rupees 50,000 to capital account. Again, we see here the second time that capital account is always credited. So second time we are seeing that capital is credited, being additional capital introduced into the business. Whenever the capital is introduced or additional capital is introduced into the business, there is no changes. This is the permanent entry for the introduction of cash as capital into the business. This is the permanent entry. Let us go to the next one. That is, Sabiha paid tuition fees of her daughter from business rupees 12,000. Now, paying tuition fees of her daughter belongs to personal account because it is not related to the business. Business is not a place. We learned in the business entity concept, the concepts and conventions of accounting. We learned one thing, that always a business and the proprietor are two separate legal entities. Two separate legal entities means the owner of the business should have its own personal account and the business should have its own personal account. They should not be related to each other. We cannot find the profit or loss of the business, or we cannot find the actual gain profit or loss of the business. So tuition fees of the daughter belongs to personal account and withdrawn money for personal use is called as drawings. Obviously, it is taken for personal use. First, tuition fees means it is for the personal inheritance. If I have a daughter, if I pay tuition fees of my daughter, it is a inheritance, means it is a personal use, and withdrawing money for the personal use is called as drawings. And drawings belongs to the personal account as it is consumed by a person, means the owner of the business. So the rule is debit the receiver and credit the giver. Secondly, tuition fees is paid in the form of cash or check. Here there is a spelling mistake, that is of check, no, cash or check. So cash is a real account. So what comes in, debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So entry will be drawings account debited 12,000 to cash account. Again, we are seeing the same thing. Drawings is always debited. Drawings is always debited. So drawings account debited to cash account, being withdrawn for personal use, being cash withdrawn for personal use. Again, I'm repeating myself on this transaction where there is tuition fees paid, and tuition fees is a personal account, or there is a personal use of mine. It is not related to the business, or it is not related to the business transaction. And secondly, as we learned in the business entity concept and conventions of accounting, that business, the owner of the business and business are two separate legal entities. There are two separate accounts. That is, the owner has one personal account and the business is another separate personal account. So we do not need to combine the both. We cannot find the profit or loss of the business or the financial position of the business in the future. So we have a two separate accounts. That is, once is a personal or the proprietor's personal account and the business account. So according to business entity concept, the owner of the business and the business are two separate persons. We do not need to combine both. We have to separate both. So tuition fees belongs to the personal account, and money withdrawn, any money or anything withdrawn for the personal use is called as drawings. And drawings is a personal account, and accordingly we did the transaction. Moving to the next transaction. Furniture of the business withdrawn by the proprietor for personal use, 24,000. Okay. So furniture, we learned in the drawings part, any cash or anything. So furniture can also be withdrawn by the business. So we have furniture is a real account, debit what comes in and credit what goes out, and drawings by the proprietor is a personal account. Withdrawn by the proprietor means drawings, which is a personal account. So rule is debit the receiver and credit the giver. And secondly, we know that drawings is always to be debited. So drawings account debited 24,000 to furniture account means what goes out. Furniture is going outside the business, and who is receiving it? Drawings. Drawings means the owner is receiving it. So drawings account debited 24,000 to furniture account 24,000, being furniture withdrawn for personal use. Moving to the next transaction. Before moving, let me explain. If there is furniture withdrawn, means any withdrawn by the owner of the business from the business is called as drawing. So it may be furniture, it may be goods, it may be, we can say, it may be some cash, it may be some expenses. So these all categories come under the part of drawings. Next is goods withdrawn by Sabiha for personal use, 9,500. Now, goods are being purchased for future sale, which is an expense as well as an asset. Now, goods is a current asset, agree, and it is an expense because goods are purchased means an expense is made. An expense is made into the business, means you're purchasing goods for future sale. You're not purchasing goods for the business, but for the sale. If you have a trading business, then you have purchased goods from some means wholesaler. You are a retail person, means you purchase goods from a wholesaler, you keep it in your shop as retail and you sell it to the customers. So that is the chain followed in the business. Okay. So rule is debit what comes in at is a real account, debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Okay. Withdrawn by the owner is a personal account, which is called as drawings. That is, debit the receiver and credit the giver. Now you will have a doubt, why I have written drawings account debited to purchases account? Because goods are belongs to purchase account. Goods belongs to purchase account because you have purchased goods. It is an expense and it belongs to the purchase account. And why it belongs to the purchase account? Because you're having a trading business and you buy goods and you sell it for the future, or you buy it for the future sales of the business. So it is an expense to the business, and secondly, this is also an asset to the business. Expense as well as asset to the business. So it belongs to the real, or we can say it belongs to the nominal and as well as real account. Expenses means and belongs to the nominal account, but as in general we see goods as asset only, current asset only. So we follow the rule of real account here, that is debit what comes in and credit what goes out, because the goods go under the subcategory of purchases and sales. If the goods are there in the business, it is purchased in the business for future sale. So it belongs to the purchase category or the purchase subheading, subcategory of purchase. So drawings account debited 9,500 to purchase account. It is a expense, but we won't count it as expense because after the sale is made, we gain profit, right? It is not particularly an expenditure. Why? Because we purchase goods, we keep it in a business, and we sell it for the we sell that goods and gain profit. Suppose I purchased furniture rupees 10,000 and I sell it for rupees 11,000, 1,000 in a profit. Whether in the past I made an expense of rupees 10,000, but I'm gaining a 1,000 rupees profit of those furniture only in the future. So I may not count it. We can say it is an expense, but I may not count it as an expense. But I may count it those goods as an asset, which is current asset to the business. So we are following the rule of real account over here. So drawings means the receiver part, drawings account debited, and what goes out means goods are going out, so to purchase account. From where it is going out, the goods belong to the purchase account category, or it belongs to the subcategory or the subheading of purchase. So drawings account debited 9,500 to purchase account 9,500, being goods withdrawn for personal use. The next is life insurance premium paid rupees 4,000. I explained you what is life insurance premium. It is a personal expense, or we can say as personal expenditure. So all personal expenditure or all personal expense belongs to personal things belongs to drawings account. So life insurance premium are the personal expenses made by the owner of the business. So life insurance premium is paid in the form of cash, and cash is a real account. So the entry 8, what comes in and what goes out. Here, why we have included drawings? Because all things which belongs to the personal account of the owner is called as drawings. All things which belongs to the expenses, all expenses and all the things which belongs to the personal account of the owner, we name under a subcategory or a category known as drawings. So the life insurance premium is also termed as drawings. So drawings account debited 4,000 to cash account. Obviously, life insurance premium is paid in the form of cash or check, but here we have it is already written as rupees 4,000, means cash is paid rupees 4,000. So to cash account, what goes outside the business? And firstly, what is drawings is a personal account. So debit the receiver and credit the giver. Who is receiving? Drawings account is receiving. Drawings account debited to cash account. What goes outside the business? Cash is going outside the business. 4,000 being life insurance premium paid. Coming to your last transaction, that is income tax paid, rupees 6,500. Now, income tax is also a personal expense paid by the proprietor or the owner of the business, and any withdrawal for the personal use is called as drawings. Any withdrawal for the personal use is termed as drawings. So income tax is paid in the form of cash, and cash is a real account. So the rule is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So credit, if it is drawings is written, so again we have seen that drawings is always debited, and drawings, if it is a personal account, debit the receiver and credit the giver. So drawings account debited 6,500 to cash account 6,500 being income tax paid. So this is all about the subcategory of capital and drawings. We will study next about the purchase and sale. So if you have any doubts in your particular transaction or any particular transaction till date, so you can WhatsApp me or call me anytime possible. And this is all about the video for today. We'll continue with your next video in the next coming week. Thank you, one and all.